Hello and welcome to Tabletop Oddity. My name is Jay and today FFG have blessed us with the reveal of Dewbacks and the Imperial Shoretroopers. Now it is something we sort of expected, but I'm very excited about what we've seen. We'll just very quickly go through it. If at the end of the video you like the video, do press like, and if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing that. Now I thought we'd get this at Star Wars Celebration, but we've got it now and I'm pretty happy about it. So let's have a look at the Dewbacks first. 90 points for one guy, pretty interesting. Red defense dice. Offensive surge but no defensive surge. There's ways of getting critical, so to turn that surge on the offensive from just to a surge to a hit to a surge to a crit. It's 6 wounds, it's 2 courage. It's got armor 1, which is an interesting ability, but I'm not necessarily too fond of. It's got relentless, so you can move and shoot if you want to. It's a little bit, it's like Vader's ability essentially. It's got reposition, so you can rotate a bit more easily. Spur, which is going to let you take a suppression token to increase your speed. It's unhindered, so the difficult terrain's not going to bother it. Now, by default, it doesn't have a ranged weapon, so you have to upgrade it. And there's 3 that we can see there. There's a range 1 to 3 that's got 4 white dice with critical 2. There's a range 1 to 4, but we don't necessarily know what that is. And then it's got a range 1 weapon, which has got blast and spray. So that's your flamethrower essentially. All in all, I'm in love with the model. It gives me a very strong Lizardmen vibe. The actual unit, is it going to be super powerful? I mean, it's too early for me to say. I don't really know too much about that right now. It's interesting at least. I feel my gut reaction is that 90 points is perhaps a little bit high, but I don't want to call that so early. The relentless ability with it, so you're going to be able to move, shoot. It's actually going to keep it pretty interesting, so we'll see how that goes. It could definitely be a decent unit, and I mean, just look at it. I'm absolutely in love with the way that looks. Pretty interesting. I like it. This is essentially a sand model as far as we all know, and then the next one they do is essentially Shoretroopers. Now there's nothing too much interesting in this article, like we don't get close-ups at the cards or anything like that. It is just a reveal, but just for the 3D render there, pretty interesting, and there's it all painted up on the table. Yeah, that's the Dewbacks. I'm pretty happy to see it. I'm very interested in how it's going to play. I like it. It's big, beefy Lizardmen kind of looking unit, which we sort of expected because it's a Dewback after all, but there you have it. Now, my all-time intrigue is up on this one. These Shoretroopers are a new core unit, and we expected this because of the Rebel veterans, but I like them so far. I like what I've seen so far. So yeah, again, there are no closer look at the cards, so it's only what we can see on the big shot. That's the unit painted up, standing in front of a bunker, looking cool. These are the 3D renders, but more importantly, let's have a look at the cards. So yeah, it's the same kind of thing. So you've got a unit with an emplacement trooper upgrade. Now you must field the core unit to have the emplacement gun, but it's the kind of thing where the emplacement guns are going to be able to support fire to other units. So that's going to get very interesting in the way that they're dealt with. Essentially, I think at the 52 points, I believe, which I think is the same points as the clone troopers, which is interesting. As a comparison, it also sort of makes sense because they have very similar stats, I believe. Like they've got the red defense dice but no surges, but they have black offensive dice. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. They've got the coordinate emplacement trooper, which basically means if they get a token, they can give a token to an emplacement trooper. And they've got target 1, which is when you are given an order token, you gain 1 aim token. So yeah, if you get issued an order, you get an aim. Oof, that could be pretty damn nice. I really like that. It makes them, you're going to be able to move and shoot very easily with an aim. That could be pretty damn strong. Yeah, well, you can see you can take an extra guy, everybody knows that. There's a range 1 to 4 weapon here, which, I don't know if that's going to be exhausted or not, but it looks like it's going to be 2 black, maybe 2 white. Critical 1. Critical lets you change one of your surges to a crit. That's all we pretty much know about this unit, if we're honest, right now. There's not much here, but it defends essentially the same as a Stormtrooper and attacks slightly better than a Stormtrooper. I say because it doesn't have a surge, so I'm going to try and do the maths on the fly here. A Stormtrooper is white dice, so a hit, a crit, and the surge all do it, which is 3 and 8, was a black offensive dice, I think, is 4 and 8. So there are better odds of hitting, but it's not like wow, it goes from 3 and 8 to 4 and 8. But obviously with the critical one and stuff like that, you actually can change those odds. So yeah, I mean, it's the slightly more elite troopers, which I think is good. I'm very intrigued about these guys. I think being able to like combine your shots together a little bit like Leia and Chewie can, I think that can be really strong. And a bit of me is a little bit concerned that it could be too strong. Just, you know, having really strong shots can definitely sway the game, and this potentially lets you do that. We don't necessarily know the dice that are going to be added and that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to be like, it's broken. It's obviously not necessarily broken, but the more elite stormtroopers, essentially Shoretroopers, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to use them. I think that target 1 ability could be very strong. Getting target locks on the board for nothing is pretty decent. So yeah, and can I just say, I really like the models. I think they've done a great job with the models all around. Like, I think they're absolutely fantastic. I just really like it. And these guys painted up in front of this building, yeah, very, I say grubby, and I mean that in a nice way. They give you that Shoretrooper kind of vibe. They look different from both the Snowtroopers and the Stormtroopers. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with these. These guys, I can probably just put like a little brown wash over them and call them done. So painting wise, I'm pretty happy about them. Purchasing wise, if they're as strong as I really like them, like if you were going to take in a naked unit of Stormtroopers, you're probably better taking a naked unit of these guys for like 8 points more. Whatever is it? Is it 8 points? 44, 6, 8 points more. Like, if you're taking a naked unit, I think you're going to want these guys, if I'm honest. Slightly, like, same save, better offensive power. Well, can't argue that, can you, really? And obviously you've got your combination. If you do want to take your emplacement troopers, you could build an entire list around that. Because they're core units, I could be looking at 6 of these, which hurts my heart. I think, what do I own right now? 3 Snowtroopers and 5 Stormtroopers, so... hopefully I won't need all 6. Hopefully that'd be a terrible idea. But you know, if you're talking list wise, you've got now your more elite Stormtroopers. You could combine these with Death Troopers and combine these with the medics, so you're always healing. You're getting more and more value for your heals. Obviously you'd rather heal a Death Trooper, but you know, maybe just on the off chance, if you've got a really expensive unit here, you could heal those back. So it's nice to see this variation. 3 core units now that we'll have for both the Rebels and the Imperials. I think that's more than fine. I feel like you've got your variety there. I think we'll not see a core unit now for a very long time. Like, it could be a year and a half to 3 years. I'm not even kidding. I think like you might not see another Imperial core unit for indefinite amount of time. But I think I'm pretty happy with the 3 choices that we're going to have. The Dewback at 90 points, I'm not sure. It's one of those things that, like, if somebody has a really good list, it could be really potent. I never mentioned that it's speed 1. Sorry, I never mentioned that. And I guess it's important because that's spur. But with the spur, it's going to be able to go to speed 2. But being speed 1 means you're not necessarily fast. And are you going to be able to be where you need to be? Are you a melee unit with that 3 red, 3 white dice? I'll just quickly show you that again. Are you a melee unit with that 3 white attack and 3 red attack? Are you a combination of the 2 because you're going to have that blast and spray? So do you maybe... I don't know if you can even take both weapons. I don't think you can. And so, like, you're either going to be really close quarters, or you're going to be 1 to 3. And then do you want to get in the charge? I'm not convinced. These guys I'm just not convinced about, basically. Whereas these guys, I think, are good. For sure. So it could, you know, we've only seen this. It's too early for me to say. But I really like the models. They've done a great job there. The playstyle, more than fine. Having a slow, lumbering beast of a Dewback, fine. And these Shoretroopers definitely look like pretty interesting. Not necessarily thematic to Shoretroopers, I guess. There's nothing like says water or anything like that, but I mean, that'd be boring if they did. So all in all, I'm pretty happy, pretty thrilled to see this, excited that we've got them, excited for the variety even more so. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. We sort of expected this, which was a shame that we sort of knew it was coming, but now we're going to go into the realms of the unknown, I think. Like, we know the Clone Wars, but we don't know what's Wave 2 and 3. I was predicting for the Clone Wars the B2 battle droids. Just want to get on record that I've pretty much changed my mind. I think like commando droids probably more likely because they'll probably get a sniper. Just want to get that in a video because it's been haunting me since I've made that video. Have a most beautiful day. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.